Hey everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Anna here, and honestly, John, sometimes I feel like my to-do list just keeps growing, not because I'm tackling big strategic projects, but because I'm stuck doing the same manual tasks over and over again. It's exhausting.
You're absolutely not alone, Anna. It's like being on a perpetual hamster wheel, isn't it? And that feeling, that constant drain from repetitive work, is exactly why we're seeing such a massive push for business automation tools. It's not just a buzzword, it's a game changer for so many companies right now.
Right? I mean, who hasn't spent hours copying data from one spreadsheet to another or manually sending out follow-up emails? It feels productive because you're doing something, but it's not truly moving the needle. But for some people, automation still sounds really intimidating, like robots are going to take over their entire workflow. What are we actually talking about when we say business automation?
That's a great point, and it's definitely less sci-fi than it sounds. At its core, business automation is simply using technology to handle those routine, repeatable tasks that don't necessarily require human creativity, complex decision-making, or emotional intelligence. Think about something as straightforward as automatically sending a welcome email when someone signs up for your newsletter, or moving a client's status from lead to qualified in your CRM once they've completed a specific action. It's about streamlining those predictable steps.
Okay, so it's about reclaiming time then? I mean, beyond just saving a few minutes here and there, what's the real impact that businesses are seeing from implementing these kinds of tools?
The impact is massive, Anna, and it goes far beyond just saving a few minutes. Let's break it down. First, there's the obvious one, efficiency. Tasks that used to take hours can now be completed in seconds, consistently without breaks. Second, accuracy. Humans make mistakes, especially when doing repetitive tasks. Automation virtually eliminates those errors, leading to cleaner data and more reliable outcomes. Third, scalability. Imagine if you manually processed 10 orders a day. Going to 100 orders would be a logistical nightmare. With automation, that increase in volume is often a non-issue. And finally, and I think this is crucial, it frees up your team. They can now focus on high-value activities, innovation, strategic thinking, building customer relationships, the stuff that truly moves the business forward instead of getting bogged down in the mundane.
That sounds incredible, especially the part about freeing up teams. I can only imagine how much more engaged and motivated employees would be if they weren't spending their day on mind-numbing tasks. But I can hear some listeners thinking, this all sounds great, but isn't it really expensive? Or super complicated to set up, especially for smaller businesses or solopreneurs?
That's a very common and understandable hesitation, Anna. And yes, while there are enterprise-level solutions that come with a hefty price tag and a steep learning curve, the landscape of automation tools has changed dramatically in recent years. We're seeing an explosion of incredibly powerful, affordable, and surprisingly user-friendly tools designed specifically for small to medium-sized businesses and even individuals. Many are no-code or low-code, meaning you don't need to be a developer to set them up. They have intuitive interfaces, drag-and-drop functionality, and tons of pre-built templates.
That's really reassuring to hear. So for someone listening who's now intrigued and thinking, okay, I need this for my business, where do they even start looking? Like, what are some key areas or types of tools people should be aware of?
Great question. It really depends on your biggest pain points, but there are a few categories that almost every business can benefit from. Let's start with customer relationship management, or CRMs. Tools like HubSpot, Salesforce, or Zoho CRM are essential. They automate lead tracking, sales pipelines, customer interactions, and follow-ups. Then you have marketing automation platforms. Think ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, or even Hootsuite for social media scheduling. They automate email campaigns, ad placements, post scheduling, and audience segmentation. This means consistent communication without someone manually sending out every single message.
Right, those are huge. I know so many businesses that waste so much time trying to manually manage customer communications and social media. But what about the less glamorous back office stuff that nobody loves, like accounting or HR?
Absolutely, those are prime targets for automation. Accounting software like QuickBooks, Xero, or FreshBooks can automate invoicing, expense tracking, recurring billing, and even payroll. Imagine never having to manually chase an overdue invoice again, or spending hours reconciling bank statements. And for human resources, platforms like Bamboo HR or Gusto can automate onboarding new employees, managing time off requests, benefits enrollment, and performance reviews. These tasks are critical but often consume a disproportionate amount of time when handled manually.
Wow, so many different facets covered. But it sounds like each of these is its own separate tool, potentially a silo. What about making them all talk to each other? Because I imagine the real power comes when your CRM is connected to your marketing tool, which is connected to your accounting software.
You've hit on perhaps the most exciting part, Anna. That's where the real magic of automation truly shines, and it's where tools like Zapier, Make Formally, Integromat, or Workato come into play. These are integration platforms, essentially digital bridges that allow different applications to talk to each other, even if they weren't originally designed to do so. Imagine this: a new lead fills out a form on your website. Zapier can automatically take that information, add them as a contact in your CRM, subscribe them to your welcome email sequence in your marketing platform, and even create a new task in your project management tool for your sales team to follow up. All of this happens instantly, without anyone lifting a finger after the initial setup. It creates an entirely automated ecosystem.
That's incredible. It almost sounds too good to be true. So it's not just about saving money or time, it's really about creating a more streamlined, efficient, and ultimately a more enjoyable work environment for everyone involved?
Exactly. It completely transforms the employee experience. When your team isn't bogged down by manual data entry, chasing approvals, or sending out repetitive communications, they can dedicate their energy to more strategic, creative, and fulfilling work. It boosts morale, reduces burnout, and allows your best people to do what they're best at, leading to higher job satisfaction and lower turnover. Plus, it gives management clearer insights into operations because data is flowing correctly and consistently. It's a win-win.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm sure many of our listeners are too. So for someone who's ready to jump in, what's your best advice for getting started? Because it seems like trying to automate everything at once would probably be overwhelming and counterproductive, right?
You've absolutely nailed it, Anna. Don't try to boil the ocean. My number one piece of advice is to start small. Identify your biggest bottlenecks, the tasks that are most repetitive, most error-prone, or most time-consuming within your business. Document that specific process, step by step. Then look for a tool that solves that one specific problem. Implement it, test it, refine it, and once you've seen success there, then and only then look for your next automation opportunity. It's an iterative process, not a one-time setup.
That's really practical advice. Pick one thing, nail it, then move on. It makes it sound so much more manageable. So looking ahead, where do you see business automation heading in the next few years? More AI integration, I imagine?
Absolutely. AI and machine learning are already integrating deeper and deeper into automation. We're seeing more intelligent automation, things like AI-powered chatbots that can handle complex customer queries, systems that can predict customer needs and proactively offer solutions, or even optimize ad spend in real time. We're also moving towards what's called hyperautomation, where businesses aim to automate as many processes as possible using a combination of technologies like robotic process automation, AI, machine learning, and business process management tools. It's about creating truly intelligent, self-optimizing workflows.
That's a powerful vision, John. It really sounds like automation isn't just about cutting costs, but about empowering businesses, whether they're a small startup or a large corporation, to work smarter, to innovate faster, and ultimately to be more resilient and adaptive in an ever-changing market.
Exactly, Anna. It's about leveraging technology to build a more efficient, resilient, and human-centric business. It's not about replacing people, but about augmenting their capabilities and freeing them to do their best work. If you haven't explored business automation yet, now is definitely the time to start. Your future self and your entire team will absolutely thank you for it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.